Thank you very much. Thank you very much. A very warm welcome and a very good afternoon. Very warm welcome again to all my friends, my partners, my media friends, and all the people who believe me today for what we are here for. For one and only one vision, and that is how we can democratize this particular journey. Yes, we begin with one and only one vision to make tech more accessible. What does accessibility mean to me? Is accessible to masses, to not just make an affordable brand, but to make everything which is technology what has to offer, which has to be accessible to everyone. Hence, we formed three fundamental pillars before making this decision and making this brand, which was privacy, transparency, and democratization. What does this three fundamental pillar mean to us? Which means that probably how can we have a device in your hand which can also make sure that you are having all your data which are private, the data which is being shared to the consumers or to the app developers or to the hardware is being transparent to you, and how the hardware can be accessible or more accessible to you. That is the journey which we want to democratize. And this was our vision, which became our purpose and initiated our journey. While I have always believed that privacy and transparency should not be a privilege for few, but yes, digitalization and this digital divide, and how do we democratize it? That was somewhat of the journey which we are here for. While we all know that most of the apps, all the smartphone apps prioritize tracking because they are selling your data, because they are free apps and they are selling your data and rather than protecting you. So today we are here. We believe that one thing which was very instrumental for us is this journey cannot be possible only by developing the hardware. It also has to be, accomplished by having a software along with it. Hence, we have developed Next Quantum OS, which is based on Android operating software. Let me start with the first principle, which was about transparency. At Next Quantum, we believed that your data is not a product. It's protected, encrypted, and should be entirely under your control. There has been a lot of debate internally and around the world, and I'm sure you have asked this question as well. What is more important, convenience or security? And if I ask you guys this question, what is more important for you guys, convenience or security? Nobody will even think about security because convenience is something which nobody would like to compromise around. Hence, what we thought is that without compromising convenience, how can we ensure the security part aspect is also been inbuilt in the devices? So I'm pleased to introduce you our first feature for the transparency, which is Next Quantum OS based on Android 15, known as Next Privacy Dashboard. This is a dashboard which we have designed specifically for the users, where you will have an access of all your data and how your apps has been tracking your data. You will be knowing if certain apps are tracking your data through your voice, your location, or it's through your phone calls, your messages, your records. Everything would be on your dashboard. What does that mean? It lets you make an informed decision, instantly manage app permissions, track data, access, and safeguard your personal information with just one tap access without compromising your user experience. Again, I'm saying without compromising user experience. So to educate people about this, and the convenience and the privacy, which are equally important for us, we are building a vibrant developer community around Next Quantum OS to drive local innovation and collaboration. This would require a significant amount of youth activation and learning. Hence today, if you see, with the help of the small community, we have come up with a lot of feedbacks and powerful innovations. Hence we call this is the Next Quantum community built by us for all of us. And what does that mean? Powerful innovation will only arise if people from diverse backgrounds come together. We have always believed in diversity. The Next Quantum community encompasses our app, website, and the Play Store apps, all part of this particular movement. And if you see particularly, these are the apps which are developed through the feedback of the community. Our contributors are integral to the Next Quantum's DNA. The wallpaper we created are showcased prominently on our smartphones, with contributors receiving proper credits. In fact, we'll be going an extra mile to ensure that the developers or the creators, they monetize this over a period of time from our App Store. This reflects the spirit of design in India, empowering everyone to shape the devices they use. Hence, I invite all the developers to be a creator, be a builder, be a voice for change. Yes, at Next Quantum, we implement, celebrate, and want to grow together. So stay tuned for next Play Store app as well. It's a curated app ecosystem, which is prioritizing privacy, performance, and Indian relevance. Trust is not just about accountability, but it's also about empowerment, and empowerment from day one and beyond. Moving again to the second highlight of our Next Quantum OS, which is the Next Move app. The Next Move app is your intelligent companion that will help you to onboard your new devices with just one single click. Next Move app enables to customize the data according to your preferences and transfers your data seamlessly to new devices effortlessly. Again, the next few highlights which I'm going to say is Next Quantum Play Store, and this is specifically for the developers, where we are trying to create a community where they can discover a safer, more innovative, more personalized world of apps. With the Next Quantum Play Store app, curated for your taste, secured for your peace of mind, and enriched with exclusively local relevant experiences. The list is never ending, but yes, we have also got a dedicated Next space. And what does this mean to you? Yes, what you get is experience the freedom without the compromises. What does this mean? Which is Next space is your personal ultra secure vault designed exclusively for the Next Quantum users. It offers a seamless encrypted sanctuary where you can safely store your photographs, your documents, and the private files which are only and only accessible to you. This intuitive controls and real-time privacy protection folder lock also ensures that your most personal data stays always private and is only always with you. While we spoke about the first principle, which was transparency, these are the few of the initiatives, but there will be a hell lot of initiatives we'll be taking going forward. Based on the second fundamental pillar which we designed was the privacy. Let's talk about our second principle, which is privacy. With a fresh perspective, we asked, what are the customer main pain points? We figured out that the trust is the most critical factor. How do you trust a particular device? How do you function with a device? Because your device is your more closer than your friend who's sitting next to you. How can that device you can trust more than your friend? That is something what we were focusing on. Hence, we wanted to build something which is convenient, smart, sovereign, and truly yours. That's why we built Next Quantum OS on Android 15, prioritizing openness and your privacy. No unnecessary telemetry, no sneaky apps, absolutely no tracking, no bloatwares, and nothing tracking without your consent. Our zero trust security model ensures only authorized access, and you can monitor everything. While we understand the DPDP Act is designed to protect the consumer data, however, it has been implemented but yet to be implemented in the smartphone industry. We believe that the industry must also participate in this initiative. However, the challenge is that the 80% of the brands in India typically wait for the regulations to compel them to act. Yes, there is a lack of self-initiative and respect for the governance among these companies. So we want to be among the first few to push this act even on the smartphones. We have taken the first initiative in the industry which ensures your data remains secure in MeitY empaneled Google Cloud regions. Yes, welcome to the more intelligent, safer infrastructure. That means your backup preferences syncs stay all right here. What does this mean for all of you guys? This means that probably without compromising your convenience, your data is still secure. What does this really mean for all the users? How does it really benefit all the users? It opens up the opportunity for education through Shiksha initiatives. What does it mean to other people, which is digital IDs, telemedicine, and job accesses, all from a smartphone that prioritizes your privacy and stores your data in India. While we take data security seriously by encrypting user data directly to the OS, encrypted level through a dedicated agent. This encrypted data is securely stored in Google Cloud India regions. Hence, we have made sure that probably the data has been encrypted twice before it goes to the final server in India itself. To talk more about it and about the partnership, I would like to call upon from Google Cloud, Mr. Shashi Kumar.
Good afternoon. Thank you for coming in large numbers to endorse this very strategic product launch and this particular partnership. I'm here to share with you why I'm so excited about this. This is exciting because this is the first Make in India phone that actually leverages all the assets within the country in terms of cloud, in terms of our Google instances that are running within the ambit of the country. So it's right off the bat certified for all sorts of usages within the country, government, Métis, completely built in India and also served to all of you from a backend that is all India based, which is very, very, very important here. It's a big important call out. On top of it, we've got Gemini integrated in a very fine manner. So everything that you see in terms of artificial intelligence stacks inside the phone and all the goodness that Madhav just spoke about actually runs off in a sovereign manner within the boundaries of the country, and it's all made available to this particular product. So you don't need to second guess privacy, you don't need to second guess on security. All of that is completely built in and compliant from all perspectives. That's like a big one. So this is an exciting turn of events, right? Building something in India, absolutely state of the art, and then bringing all of that together to serve India, which is one of the most vibrant markets in the world. Having said that, this is not something that happened in an unplanned manner. This is part of what Google does in the country, right? It's not another just a co-innovation exercise. It's a deep partnership embedded around certain strategic imperatives. And then it's also sharing of ideas, sharing of engineering capability that actually worked with the Quantum Next Quantum team and made sure that we have put all of that together in a meaningful manner around the product. Now, what else do we do in the country? And I want to spend a minute on this, right? Why is this so aligned to what Google does in the country? So we are pivoted on multiple strategic pillars in the country, and some of them I want to call out. One is to really power the AI revolution in the country, which basically means that make everything available within the country for AI, the use of AI, for the scaling of AI, for developing around the AI tools. So that is one big portion of it, democratizing it. Specific hardware that we need, state-of-the-art specific hardware that we need so that things run within the nation, and Google distributed cloud systems that actually provide that capability to either a bank or a telco or anything of that nature, so that everything is in and within the ambit of the law. So that's another thing that we do. We also spend a lot of time in really making sure that we are transforming businesses. So businesses that are in the country undergoing extensive digital transformation to cater to the local market and to the world in terms of opportunity. So whether they are banks, manufacturing setups, healthcare companies, telcos, all of that. So we are deeply involved in that, on that particular pivot as well. And then making sure that there is capability and capacity in the country to address these global opportunities, domestic opportunities and global opportunities. So the entire partner ecosystem, making the tools available for our very smart developers in the country to really take India up a notch in terms of our ability to address this AI opportunity. And then finally, long story short, we want to do all of this in the overall realm of societal good, transparency, disclosure, consent, making sure that there is equality of opportunity across. So the societal good is a very stated objective for us while we amp up the opportunity that we find for AI in the country. So that's what I wanted to talk to you about. It is a very strategic, big first step for us. It's a big step for Next Quantum. I am super pleased with this particular launch. Would love to take this opportunity to congratulate Madhav and team on the launch of AI Plus. Thank you so much for listening to us.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Shashi Kumar. And I completely believe what he said, societal good. Yes, societal good is something we are aligned with that vision. What we call is democratization. Societal good should not be benefited to few. We believe democratization is extremely important when it's for the bigger good for the society. Hence, I think these partnerships have really worked across. So let me speak more about what we have built as Next Quantum OS which was based on Android open source, from the first principles for one reason, because we believed it was time. Time for performance, convenience, and privacy to come in the same package. Why should a consumer compromise on the performance, on the convenience, or the privacy? Why it always has to be or? Why it cannot be and? And I think that is what we are trying to solve it out. Next Quantum OS is precisely that. It's designed in India and ready for the world. So today, also, Next Quantum OS, I want to introduce one thing, which is our brand AI Plus. Let me introduce our brand logo first of all. Right? Do you like the logo? Do you know how many $1 million would I have spent to make this logo? Actually, nil. I just made it at my home. Right? Some things are very simple. We make it complicated. AI Plus is all about making things simple for the consumers, keeping it simple, democratizing it, and making it better for the society good and for the better good of it. Yes, what does AI mean to you? Which I know that probably AI mean to you is like artificial intelligence. What do you think it's AI Plus? Let me tell you a brief story about it. AI for all of us has always been an applied intelligence for us as a team in AI Plus. What does it mean is human intervention along with an artificial intelligence. We have always believed in one thing, that artificial intelligence, human cannot replace, artificial intelligence cannot be replaced by human. Human intervention is extremely important. Hence, we believe that applied intelligence is the core key in the future, going forward. What does that mean for us is that, yes, there's a Gemini into it, there's a highest technology, everything embedded into this particular phone. But it cannot be fulfilled until unless it's been having an applied intelligence by a touch of a human. And that is what we call it as AI Plus. We know that having a complete control over your experience is essential. And that's the reason we have created the Next Quantum OS to provide transparent controls that empower you. Yes, today we are excited to launch our latest smartphones designed with your needs. While we are designing the product in India, how can I not speak about Make in India? This product is not just made in India, it's confidently imagined, expertly engineered, and meticulously built in India. With the cutting edge robotics and commitment to quality, let me show you a video rather than me speaking about it. The sound. Yes. First of all, I would like to thank you, the team who helped us in doing this. Our EMS partners, UTL, Mr. Sudhir Hasija, his team entirely who is sitting over here. Thank you very much. And we really appreciate your support. And you have been quick to turn around all of this. The people sitting next to you, they need the stocks urgently. Thank you very much. But yes, talking about democratization, which is the third fundamental pillar for us, which is where our third biggest partnership will come into picture. So let's talk about our third principle, which is democratization. In a population of more than 1.5 billion people, more than 400 million Indians still use 2G phones or a basic feature phone, while there are 650 million smartphone users. There's still nearly one-third of the population who are left out of digital economy, with only less than 3% of the value share for Indian brands in a market which is more than 5 lakh crore rupees. Can you even imagine this particular thing? None of the Indian brands having a particular share which is more than 3% in the Indian industry. Secondly, there's a huge digital divide gap because there's a huge difference between a 2G, 4G, and a 5G. 400 million 2G users. And that is where we believe that digital inclusion is no longer optional, it's a matter of infrastructure. And inclusion demands action. Brands must close loopholes and commit to building equity. The AI Plus smartphones is designed for both urban areas and the transition from 2G to smartphones, ensuring that no Indians is left behind. It is well priced, tested on all networks. It is tailored for practical use cases, including UPI and the government services, to empower this vision. Yes, Flipkart has stepped up again for the challenge, and I'm proud to announce that our partnership with Flipkart to take AI Plus smartphone to Indians across the country, length and breadth and all its corner. I'd also like to say thank you to Flipkart, specifically to the entire team sitting over here, which is from Mr. Kalyan, Ajay, Smriti, Mukund, and the entire team who has made these things possible. I think working with them has been infinite pleasure. I would definitely, it's been infinite pleasure working with them. They know really how to build a brand in India. They believe in democratization. They believe in one thing, that it has to reach length and breadth across the country. They match with the DNA which I'm focusing on right now. They have always supported me back since 2015, 2017 journey, also in my previous ventures. Yes, again, they have stepped up and they are again in this game, all in. And hence, I would like to call upon Smriti to speak more about the partnership. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Madhav. You were mentioning that you're creating a device which you can trust more than a friend. How can we not participate in that, right? Good afternoon, everyone. We're gathered. Am I audible? Audible, right? Yeah. We're gathered here not just to launch another smartphone. This is a strategic inflection point for the industry, and we truly believe in it. We believe that this is an inflection point for the consumer and for what we believe is the future of India's digital era. Today, we unveil a brand that was not just created for a category, but for a cause that is very close to our heart, a cause that is rooted in clear, unmet need in one of the world's fastest growing smartphone markets in India, which is India. But let's talk about the reality. The reality is that consumers have been forced to choose between two different parameters. It could be price versus performance. It could be access versus aspiration. And this trade-off has always pained us as Flipkart, where we are serving the largest consumer base in the world, right? China, for example, has close to 1 billion smartphones. But India, as Madhav showed, has about 650 million. A lot of this participation in the digital economy will happen only if all the Indian consumers are able to access a smartphone, right? That is where we believed that we should partner with Madhav and create something which is for this market. That is where AI Plus comes into play. AI Plus, a brand that believes in designing for inclusion, scale, and security. This is built for everyday enablers, the students, the workers, the homemakers, and the dreamers alike who keep moving India forward. This is a product that I would proudly say is made in India, made for India, and ready for the world. This is not just a marketing line. And the more we worked with Madhav, we realized that this is the ethos of the brand. And that's what's been super impressive. This product has been built here, engineered here, and you saw that. And this is designed around India's languages. The more AI grows, we need to think about the role of Indian languages in AI. And that is where I believe AI Plus can come in and make a significant change. Because this is going to be built around Indian languages, needs, behaviors, and values. It's a smartphone that puts data privacy and control in the hands of the user. As you saw, all of those dashboards were super impressive. And I don't think there is any other brand that gives us this kind of a control on our own data. This, I believe, would help people move from feature phones to smartphones, from 2G to 4G to 5G, and without a financial strain. But a great product isn't just enough, is it? Distribution matters. Access matters. Trust matters. And that's where Flipkart comes in. Because Flipkart isn't just a platform, it's an ecosystem with scale, credibility, and a deep-rooted understanding of Indian consumers that is completely unmatched. Few platforms understand the nuances of Indian consumption the way Flipkart does, which is where we come in. We are an organization that has built one of the most trusted digital ecosystems in India, covering all regions, from metros to the remotest corners of the country. What Flipkart brings to the table is not just reach, we bring relevance. We bring logistics that can deliver tech to the doorstep of millions of consumers, financing tools that make ownership possible and not just aspirational. A platform that understands Tier 2 and 3 India as much as it does the urban centers. This launch is a perfect intersection of ideologies, of AI Plus bringing in the right product and Flipkart delivering it with trust and access at scale. I believe it's a marriage made in heaven. This launch resonates with trust, something that really matters to the first-time smartphone buyer. We believe this launch sets a new precedent. It showcases that the future of smartphones in India is about raising expectations at every price point. Why should the consumer compromise at any price point? Why should there be a trade-off? That is the question we ask today. This is a moment of mindset shift, changing how consumers think about what's possible and what's within their reach. This is a pivotal moment, we feel, because when you give millions of people access to intelligent, affordable technology, you don't just create consumers for yourself, you create participants in the digital economy. You enable education, employment, and empowerment. And that's how you build a stronger, more secure, and self-reliant India. To everyone who believed in this vision and built towards it and brought it to life and is present here to support us, thank you so much. And to the millions of Indians for whom this phone was created, we see you, we believe in you, and we are bringing this to you very soon. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Smriti. I think it was wonderful. And yes, we also believe in this vision, this partnership. I believe there's a partnership which aligns with the vision, which is what Google Cloud, Mr. Shashiji said, that making it democratized towards India, how we can have a societal benefits, how UTL is helping us to shape that particular thing and building it in India, how Flipkart is helping us to make sure that probably reaches to every length and breadth across India with all their data points on how, what would the consumer need and how we can democratize devices. Why would a consumer need to compromise at a particular price point? And that is what always had been a Flipkart's DNA, and that is what has also been our thought process, that why should we buy a phone which has to be dealing with the broken devices and chatbots, which can always be frustrating. Hence, we have developed an ecosystem of service centers. We have created a human-centered support system, trained professionals within over 280 Indian cities, offering remote diagnostics and real-time updates. Yes, services are across length and breadth. You can expect to get AI Plus serviced at all these service centers across India, which would be available. The details will be available on our websites. And now for the moment we have been waiting for. So let's talk about the AI Plus smartphones. Any guesses how many devices we are launching today? No, probably 4. 4 or 3. I think you only participate when I give the giveaways, right? So I think the most important thing, no, we'll be launching 4 devices today. Yes, we are not launching 2 but 4 devices, 2 smartphones and 2 from the ecosystem devices. While happy to announce today that we are launching 2 series, which is Pulse and Nova 5G, both available in 5 different colors. 5 beautiful colors, which is pink, green, blue, purple, and black. You can see the design, uncompromised, glass finish, and extremely sharp. Extremely, you can say it's worth to hold it. Why should we compromise at any single price point a design? Why should we compromise on colors at a particular price point? Why should we compromise, like what Smriti said, a particular price point on performance also? So all this AI Pulse is built
for your everyday performances. Yes, with AI Plus Nova 5G, the second device engineered for a high speed, high intensity use. But yes, they are high performance, very honest pricing. I've heard honest pricing back in 2017 also. But yes, I'm starting it again, this journey of honest pricing. High performance, honest pricing, and no compromise. I think that's where we wanted to do it. But both the models share the same level of commitments. I would not like to divulge into too much of the specs, because people may commit you, or the brands may commit you the specs going up to the camera, going up to the moon, but probably they are all hardware and software which are put together. I'm trying to give you the best of the device, which is at that particular price point. Launching the first device, which is Pulse, which will be having T615, best N22 score at that price point, which is going to be 262K. And as well as Nova will have the first time T8200 chipset with an N22 score of around 501K, highest again in this price point. While both the devices would be powered with 50 megapixel dual AI camera. 1 TB expandable, never seen in this particular price point. 5000 milliamp hour battery, SD plus displays, and with a refresh rate of 120 Hz for Nova and 90 Hz for Pulse. And by the way, I'm not compromising on 3.5 mm jack as well. 3.5 mm jack has not been compromised. With 18 watt fast charging support and charger in the box. With Android 15 version out of box, it would be powered by Next Quantum OS. Speaking about the Next Quantum OS, you also get on all these devices the data encryption, which was MATI empaneled Google Cloud India regions. All your data will be protected over here. Next privacy dashboard. Next Safe Space app, yes, where you can save your data, protect it from any hackers across. Next Move app, and first and foremost, no bloatwares, and a community for the developers to come across and contribute towards this particular thing. Well, I didn't want to compromise on any of the specs and prices. Hence, we'll go also on one thing which was extremely important, is the storage. So both of the devices, which is Pulse and Nova 5G. Let me start with Pulse. Pulse will come with 2 RAM-ROM options. One is starting with 464 and 6128, while Nova will start from 128 and 8128. Again, it's going to be the first time in this particular price point somebody would have given a complete device like this. Reiterating again, a 50 megapixel dual AI camera, 5000 milliamp hour battery, fast charging support, 1 TB expandable, best of the performances, 3.5 mm jack as well, high RAM ROM, everything at a particular price point. So, any guesses for the price for 464 for the Pulse, which is already there on the screen? But yes, it's 4999, right? 6128 will be priced as 6999, while Nova will be priced starting at around 7999, and 8128 will be priced at around 9999. These are the complete devices, and again, this will be available on Flipkart, Shopsy, and Flipkart Minis to begin with. But yes, we are Indians and we love our discounts. And we have a special offer only on the first day, which is going to be the flash sale, happening on July 12th for the Nova and July 13th.
For the Nova for 12th and Pulse for 13th, I believe, yes. So this is going to be there. It's going to be a 500 rupees straight discount for the first sale, and it is going to be, rather than 4999, the first day offer would be around 4499, yes, and 6499. While these are the offers only for day one, as I said, we want to make the devices affordable. The first sale of Pulse will start from 12th of July, and first sale of Nova will start on flash sale on 13th of July, 12 noon onwards. While we all know that the phones will be available on Flipkart, how can I forget the retail partners who have been extremely instrumental in building this industry? Retailers have built the smartphone movement in India. Yes, one customer, one conversation at a time. So with AI Plus, we are giving them more than a product. We are giving them a platform. We are invited more than 12,000 retailers from across India to join our network. We are launching direct to retail program. What does that mean? So retailers can buy directly and straight from our website very soon, which would be no middlemen, faster fulfillment, better margins. And yes, you can see the excitement already rolling out in India. There have been more than about 1,000 videos shared by the retailers showing their excitement across the AI Plus as a brand. And I'm extremely thankful and supportive for the support which they have given it to us. And yes, the bulk orders will also come with full 18% GST benefit. It's a new way to partner with the people who have always made the difference. I've spoken enough today, but what's next? Any guesses? But because we are building a sovereign ecosystem, means thinking beyond one device. It means thinking about every moment in your day. How can you move, connect, learn, and take care of yourself? We are introducing two categories today, which is watch and earbuds. Technically, yes, we are launching two categories because I've always believed in connected ecosystem. But why should I launch two products? Why both of them cannot be one? We designed it in India, patented it in India, built it in India. We are making it more convenient for our customers. And what's more is we are combining two products into one category. Our ecosystem will be named as AI Power. And that is where we'll be putting our entire ecosystem co-branding into it with AI Plus. While AI Plus will be our smartphones, AI Power will be powering our AI Plus ecosystem. Yes, speaking about the ecosystem, I'm excited to share a preview of our wearables. And I'm proud to say that we have filed the utility patent for this innovation. It's been my goal to meet this particular thing for the launch of a product to shape the blueprint for what Indian innovation should mark, secure, and build to serve. Hence, this is the design which we have designed in India, patented in India, and we are proud to showcase that this is the product which was architecture and intelligent performance at its core. This will be coming soon in August, but probably it will be more expensive than the phones. Yes, phones, wearables, secure storage, developer ecosystem, building India together, connecting India together. This will be coming soon in August, but probably it will be more expensive than the phones. Yes, phones, wearables, secure storage, developer ecosystem, building India together, connecting India together, making it democratized, having the similar thought process people in one room. That is what we call as building a brand for the nation, building a platform in India which we can trust. And yes, we are just getting started from here. India in deep tech, now is the time to take the step forward. We believe that this is the signal which we are sending. We are creating a brand from India that is ready to be introduced to the world. And this is what we believe in it, a stronger partnerships, a deeper partnerships. Thank you very much once again to Flipkart and Google and entire team who is sitting over here for making this possible. And also I would like to thank upon Vikasji, Manish and everyone who is sitting across over here who has supported this particular vision and my entire team who has been standing around across over there. This is how team who is sitting over here for making this possible. And also I would like to thank upon Vikasji, Manish and everyone who is sitting across over here who has supported this particular vision and my entire team who has been standing around across over there. This is how, as I've always said, AI, human cannot be replaced by an artificial intelligence. Human connection is extremely important. And what does this mean? I have always believed in one thing, that the human connect is always going to stay. even in the world of artificial intelligence. We'll keep on building up nation as India, as a stronger deep tech country, with the support of all the bigger organizations across us. And this is how AI Plus enters your hand and your home. Thank you very much today, and thank you very much for supporting us all.